It appears like the voice coach Adam Levine and supermodel wife, Behati Prinsloo, are formally establishing themselves in a way that feels both deliberate and quite consistent with their current situation. The pair has made a significant real estate purchase, paying $17 million for a Montecito mansion with a truly iconic past, as discreetly as possible when Oprah is involved. And let's face it, this type of buy feels more like a strategic reset than a luxury when you're selling your current home for even more. Yes, you read correctly. Convenience is sometimes the biggest flex. What precisely did Levine and Prinsloo purchase then? Some tremendous celebrity power tied to a property. Realtor.com described the home as a Spanish-style dwelling that once made up part of her iconic Montecito estate, alluding to the 71-year-old Oprah Winfrey. Winfrey was selling the house 6 years after she bought the home from Hollywood legend Jeff Bridges, according to the outlet. This timeline is working really hard on its own. Adam Levine, Behati Prinsloo, Jeff Bridges, and Oprah Winfrey. That's more than just real estate. It's the terracotta tile legacy of Hollywood. Montecito's Spanish-style homes are renowned for their coziness, seclusion, and classic architecture, and this one has an unbeatable lineage. The appeal is very clear, even though the pair hasn't disclosed any information about how they plan to decorate the interior. And to be honest, they don't have to. Celebrities who desire privacy, beauty, and a slower pace without completely vanishing have always favored Montecito. It's simple to understand why this location stood out when you consider Oprah's previous endorsement. Additionally, the purchase is entirely consistent with what we already know about the couple's initial motivations for moving. Levine, 46, and Prinsloo, 37, sold their former Montecito house for an astounding $60 million, according to news reports from October 2025. They ditched the property to move to a home closer to their kids' school, TMZ claims. That detail says it all. Let's face it. Levine and Prinsloo have a 2-year-old son whose name has not yet been disclosed, as well as 2 girls, Dusty Rose, 9, and Gio Grace, 7. This seems to be more of a recalibration than an upgrade. More utility for daily life, and less energy for expansive estates. Although $17 million is still in the realm of luxury, the motive seems realistic. Choosing a house that suits their present stage of life, reducing commute time, and living closer to school all indicate a selection based on family-first thinking. It's kind, useful, and unquestionably stylish. The mere announcement of a $17 million home purchase in the headline is intended to halt readers in their tracks. It conveys exclusivity, luxury, and a way of life extremely different from the norm. However, this most recent real estate transfer is about more than just square feet or prestige for Adam Levine and Behati Prinsloo. It has to do with intention. The issue is one of recalibration. Perhaps more than anything else, it's about transforming a challenging chapter into a fresh start. The $17 million acquisition signifies more than just a move. It serves as a subdued yet purposeful declaration that this marks the start of the next stage of their lives. A purpose-driven home selection celebrity residences, which are brief stops in between red carpets, fashion weeks and tours, are frequently presented as awards. This one feels different though. According to insiders, the pair wasn't looking for fame or extravagance. They were searching for permanency instead. Levine and Prinsloo seem committed to building a private haven that strikes a mix between opulence and livability after years of living under constant observation. The purpose of this house is to safeguard the interior, not to impress the outer world. That priority is said to be reflected in every aspect. The design prioritizes openness without exposure, providing family-friendly areas that promote interaction over performance. It's the type of house that should be lived in rather than constantly shot. Why now? Time is of the essence. After some introspection and re-evaluating, Adam and Behati have decided to spend $17 million on a new residence. Levine has changed his career focus in recent years. His position has changed from constant touring to more specialized creative endeavors, yet music still plays a significant part in who he is. Prinsloo has also adopted a more leisurely pace, opting to balance her modeling career with parenthood. This house represents that change. It's a statement that their lives are now characterized by mornings, routines, and moments that don't need an audience rather than just schedules and spotlights. Beyond real estate, a reset choosing when and how to flip the page is important in Hollywood, where stories are frequently written for you. This purchase seems like a deliberate, rather than a reactive, reset button. Levine and Prinsloo seem to be leaning into stability, rather than retreating or overcorrecting. The house provides room for development on all levels, creatively, emotionally, and physically, without the mayhem that frequently accompanies star families. It isn't about vanishing. It has to do with grounding. The point isn't the price tag. Although $17 million is an enormous sum, this couple values control over spending more. One invaluable feature of upscale real estate is privacy. The house, which is hidden from public view, is said to place a high value on privacy, safety, and tranquility. That privacy is crucial in a society where people regularly analyze their private lives. For Levine, whose career started in crowded clubs before soaring to international stardom, this is a unique form of luxury, the freedom to let go. The impact of Behati on the choice. Anyone who has tracked Behati Prinsloo's public development is aware of her appreciation for genuineness. Her emphasis on comedy, honesty, and family over perfection makes her social presence feel refreshingly unpolished most of the time. The nature of the house seems to be infused with that sensibility. The property apparently combines warmth and elegance, natural materials, cozy textures, and places that entice rather than intimidate. Instead of being a frigid, ultra-modern mansion, this isn't a showpiece or a bachelor pad. It's a family home designed by someone who knows that beauty doesn't have to be overt. A haven of safety for their kids' family is at the center of this purchase. Levine and Prinsloo purposefully shield their kids from public view because they are fiercely protective of them. It's difficult to maintain a sense of normalcy in Los Angeles, but a house like this enables them to raise their family. Childhood doesn't have to be planned in this setting thanks to vast outdoor areas, secluded play places, and well-designed interiors. It can just happen. Of all the investments, that might be the most significant. Adam Levine's changing personality. Adam Levine's image was associated with charisma, turmoil, and intense creativity for many years. Driven by tours, TV appearances, and unwavering desire, he flourished in the fast lane. However, people changed throughout time. A man who no longer requires continual approval from others is reflected in this house purchase. Rather, Levine appears to be concerned with longevity, of self, of relationships, of creativity. The home turns into a reflection of that development. Vast but modest, grand yet modest. Loud declarations over quiet luxury. What this buy isn't is among its most intriguing features. Excess does not exist for its own sake. No headlines about ostentatious themes or gold-plated fittings. Rather, the house is said to gravitate toward quiet luxury, a design philosophy that prioritizes quality, craftsmanship, and timelessness over fads. That decision says a lot. It conveys assurance, the type that doesn't have to make an announcement. Making a new beginning without erasing the past. A new home provides a fresh location in which to write the next chapter, but it does not erase the previous ones. This purchase feels to Adam and Behati like a deliberate choice to go without spectacle. They are not portraying the house as a symbol of victory or making big public pronouncements. Now they're just deciding where they want to live. And occasionally, that's the strongest statement of all. The implications for their future. Will Levine turn this house into a creative haven? A foundation of stability for Prinsloo? A factory of childhood memories for their children? All of the above, most likely. It indicates alignment, which is more significant. The type that occurs when two individuals simultaneously decide to go in the same direction, not out of need but out of desire. The value of that alignment is much higher than $17 million. A section written in walls rather than words. Celebrities frequently use performances, blogs, or interviews to reveal changes in their lives. Behati Prinsloo and Adam Levine made a more subdued decision. They purchased a house. By doing this, they claimed space in addition to acquiring land. Room to grow, to heal, to live without criticism. Their story doesn't start with a headline, a runway, or a song. It starts at home.